Hello everyone, my name is Zaira Rivera and today I'm going to talk about a very little talk about topic and therefore not so well known. The Cold War. I know what you may think. Yes, it is a topic that is talked about in school, but in general way. So today we are going to talk about a single continent, Africa. This confrontation was very important in Africa since after World War II, the following years served to underpin the process of independence that would begin at the end of the 50s. The main channels of this liberating current were United Nations, the anti-colonial or independence movements, and the Afro-Asian Conference. Thus the first sub-Saharan independence was that of Ghana, then was followed by Guinea, and while 1960 became the years of African colonization with the independence of a dozen more countries. During the Cold War period, Africa became one of the main scenarios in which the US and the Soviet Union disputed the hegemony of the order established after World War II, albeit at a very high cost. Thousands of deaths in bloody wars such as those in Angola or Mozambique. It was a context of internationalization of violence in which the different African actors became puppets of the pretension of Washington and Moscow. In fact, a US government report assessing the potential of Africa for the USA in 1963 state the following. The consequences of this event were evident. There were many wars where both blocs support different nations. In the Middle East, although Egypt was the major focus of attention, the powers also act in other countries in the area. Strategically, the conflicts in the Middle East opened a new phase in the Cold War, where the Soviet Union could threaten US interests based on the nuclear parity the Soviets had achieved. It was this reason that led to strong repercussions for African countries, which will begin a phase of profound change based on the failure of the consolidation of the post-colonial state. From this moment on, more than 30 African countries were immersed in a veritable democracy wave, which took place peacefully in most of them. In contrast, in another group of countries, the response to the process of state erosion led to the collapse of the post-colonial state and the outbreak of bloody conflicts. This was the case in Angola, Burundi, Chad, Liberia, Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, Somalia, and Sudan. Although some of the armed conflicts during the Cold War were rooted in various social conflicts, the presence of the two blocs on the continent sometimes contributed to prolonging or reconfiguring them. During this period, some 20 countries were involved in bitter armed conflicts, some of which came to an end with the fall of the Iron Curtain. For other countries such as Somalia and Liberia, however, the withdrawal of popular support led to a severe crisis of the neo-patrimonial state that eventually led to state collapse. The 90s witnessed reconfiguration of the typology of armed conflict. Contexts as those of former Yugoslavia, Somalia, or Rwanda highlight the fact that the civilian population had become an intentional target of the warring parties, and that the systematic violation of human rights was becoming their main weapon of combat. Armed conflicts in Africa have been a perfect showcase for the so-called New Worlds. In fact, in 205, approximately 1/3 of the armed conflicts raging on the planet took place on the African continent. However, Africa is promising. It has many resources and its population is increasing at a surprising rate, auguring possibilities for an increasingly large market. The end of the bipolar war opened the game to the entry of more competitors, and there is a strong effort with the inclusion of countries whose interference in the continent is new.